morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are. As promised a few days ago, I am now gonna continue this journey. It's Wednesday evening. I've got the rest of the evening to get all the way up to and past Norman. I've spent the better part of today preparing to get to Norman. Now is just a matter of, first off, doing the strategies I had planned. That's one. And two, making sure that I get something going for Norman. I've been eyeing the calculator for that a little bit, but it looks incredibly hard. Not something that I think the two Pokemon I had KO'd up to this point would have made a difference in, but whatever. That said though, there is some other things I can do. Specifically, I have a small few encounters if I really think okay, I need something here. But if and when that happens, I'll open that up in time. It's really just Petalburg and Slateboard and Rustboro that I have access to on that front. For now though, I think it's time to continue where I left off, which was at the precipice of Petalburg Gym. As a matter of fact, I have, if I'm not mistaken, I have both a save slot and a... Okay, yeah, my save is up there as well. So, the first fight. Actually, before anything else, let me show off what the whole structure is in this game, or in the gym there. Because, as with the usual Norman's gym, there is, of course, the matter of which room does what. I have a very gorgeous file for that. One that I have shamelessly ripped off of the RnB Discord. Let me show it real quick. Where is my... There it is. That image to see. Where is it? Again, it's there. There. No. Here. There it is. Look at a gorgeous diagram. So there's 7 fights you can do here, and you need to do one of the first two, one of the second, the third to fifth, and one of the 6 and 7. Naturally, depending on how you move, there's a little bit of a difference in what you can and can't do. What it boils down to is the accuracy room is probably the one I'm gonna fight first. The speed room for me looks a little too precarious. Blaziken in particular is just something I don't have a good answer to, because this would be the trainer there. Then you have the choice between the recovery room, cool trainer George over here, and the defense room, cool trainer Alexia, and Parker, the critical hit room. Naturally, since I don't in the speed room, I can't do the crit room. And finally, you have the recoil room or the strength room. Quickly make a bit of room. recoil room or the strength room. And finally, you have Norman. With a mythical, a mega, and 4 very powerful Pokemon. Anyway, my idea here is to do the accuracy room, the defense room, and I just remembered something as to why I can't quite do the defense room. Yeah, that I have made a tiny mistake, I think, already, but I'll see that in due time. For now, this thing can go. Anyway, I should probably be able to handle it even beyond that, and then I'm gonna do not the recoil room, but the strength room. The defense room, I had like a small pre-damage which changes a fair few things, but I think looking at my general strategy, even with the difference it makes in not having the pre-damage, it should probably be fine. I need to change like one item, but that's it. Yeah, that's about it. Anyway, let's get this party started. Where is my emulator itself? There. Also probably want to have my script going, just in case. So, this first fight against the Doublade, the Golurk, the Lycanroc, Dusk, and the Machamp, aka the No Guard Squad. The team I have for that, let me make sure that I get the right one, it's this one. It is Breloom, Torterra, Tortuga, who I'm going to evolve in a little bit, and where's the rest? It's the others are Dreadnought, Masquerain, and Orbeetle. Also going to quickly equip the items they need, specifically a Miracle Seed. Here, I have Brassius, but that is incorrect, actually. That's for another fight. It's Mienshao that I want, not Brassius. Beyond that one, it's like basically orange all the way down. Not exactly. I need a Rost for Tread. And optimally, I basically don't need Tortuga, Mienshao, or Orbeetle. They're basically there as backup. To have a little bit of insurance, I need an Oranberry here. I need... Do I need anything for Grant? No. Actually, I think I don't even need any other items specifically here. It's just these three, and everything else is kind of nice to have, not necessary. So I will try and save my resources. then let's head on over to the first fight. It's this room right here, the accuracy room. I'm gonna go through, and I'm gonna walk myself through it real quick just to be safe. We will be leading with Masquerain. We're gonna candy everyone up, because if I want them to be assistants, then, you know, they need to be leveled up. Me first for Brawly. Now, there are situations where this could be cute, but I think it's not worth it ever here. So I'm gonna not give it me first. And it's at 42. In the same vein, Grant is gonna keep going for a bit, but I'm not gonna evolve it for not a while. I'm gonna only evolve it once it hits 42. I need Caracosta for the defense room, or no, the strength room. No, I don't actually need to wait until 42, I can actually do it at 41 here. I will get rid of... Rock Slide or Raider Shell? Considering how slow I am, Rock Slide is never gonna do much. But I have... So I'm gonna go get rid of Raider Shell here. Knockoff is too good to pass up on. And this is Grand Evolving. I need him to, because I really need him to get past the final 2 rooms, the final layer of rooms. I don't expect myself to get through the other room quite safely enough, so I've delayed this evolution long enough. Grant is now a Caracosta. And at 42, he also hit the level cap. So, the accuracy room. Here, I'm gonna lead with Viola just to get Intimidate off on Doublade. I'll switch to Ramos, who's gonna do, like, the lion's share of this fight. Ramos will be slowly whittling down Doublade while trying to stay healthy. Basically, I do need to keep, like, 3 Synthesis PP, preferably, but generally speaking, Ramos can just kind of stall it out and, like, deal damage slowly, and if he's healthy, that's good. From there, in comes the Lycanroc. It will click Fire Fang because it will see that as the highest damaging move. I will switch to Dreadnought, who has a Raspberry just in case. And then I Rock Tomb and Liquidation, and that kills the Lycanroc before it can deal too much damage to me. In comes Golurk, who will see a kill with Drain Punch, or Dynamic Punch, or Earthquake. I'm going to switch to Viola, take either, switch to Ramos on the Stone Edge, and then basically KO it in one shot with Seed Bomb. Finally, we got the Machamp. Thanks to the Seed Bomb, I actually 2-hit KO the Machamp, or at least it sees that I do. And as a result, I can then like slowly 1v1 and basically guarantee it never clicks Bulk Up. So now, let's get this going. Double check I have the right lead. And here we go, fight time. Spreading Nasty when every attack lands without fail. True, but I don't care. Cool Trainer Mary, with the Doublade as the lead. Doublade here will click Head Smash, because Head Smash sees a kill. And I see Ramos taking that with aplomb. He takes a little bit of recoil. I'm going to Stomping Tantrum here once, just to whittle it down a fair bit. He's got an Iron Head on me. I'm going to stall a bit with Giga Drain so I get, like, good synthesis value, basically. Yep, and we keep going. Giga Drain will still not kill. And now, Danny Ruler comes on out. That's not... No, that is the right one. He's at 20%. Okay, good to know. I'll synthesis here. I'll do that one more time. Probably could have done that more efficiently, but whatever. And Stomping Tantrum kills. Alright, one down. Lycanroc. Lycanroc here will click Fire Fang. Wake will take that Fire Fang. Now, Stone Edge will be the move that Lycanroc clicks from here on out. But despite it being a high crit move, my Show Armor will basically deny it of doing any crits. Meaning this is all the damage I will take. I lowered speed, now I'm faster, and Liquidation will kill. Now, Golurk should come in because it sees a fast or slow kill. Correct. Golurk will switch out on to Viola, taking either the Earthquake or the Dynamic Punch. Get Intimidate off. It's nice to have, not really necessary. Earthquake is the best outcome, of course. And now Ramos will take the Stone Edge. And from here, the Golurk will only click Mega Kick. There's a minuscule chance that Dynamic Punch is clicked. It doesn't really matter, I Seed Bomb for the kill. It's why we had the Miracle Seed. So far so good. And finally, the Machamp, which was the biggest issue of this entire fight. Partially because I wasn't sure if me seeing a 2-hit kill with Seed Bomb if leftovers were ignored would mean that Machamp doesn't click Bulk Up. I'm pretty sure that it won't, but if it does, I've got like a massive backup strategy that kind of involves PP stalling. But I'm just gonna assume that is not gonna be necessary, and I'm going to Seed Bomb here. Machamp will basically will Dynamic Punch me, and puts me at 44 HP. That's a bit low, and of course I'm also kind of wary of, getting KO'd. So we're gonna switch to Viola on the Dynamic Punch, and that was probably an easier way to do this now that I think about it. Because from here, Air Slash would see a kill on Viola. What? How? How did it... What? There are no overlapping rolls. Why would it Mega Kick there? Because it saw a kill. Mega Kick was a kill. Okay, well... Crisis averted, because that could have gone wrong very, very quickly. I should have switched to begin with, but now I'm not confused, and Air Slash just kind of kills. Accuracy Room, done. I should have seen that coming. I should have played around it. Probably should have clicked Synthesis there first turn, or actually just swapped first turn. Oh well, we're We're gonna quickly run back. And I will need to work out how to do this defense room a little bit better than I had in mind before. Or better put, I need to check if it matters. If the not being able to pre-damage matters. So I will show this off real quick. And get there myself. This is the next fight against Cool Trainer Alexia. I will also show it off here at the bottom. This one. With the Mudsteel, the Ferrothorn, the Blastoise, Corviknight, and Claydol. I had a line. The only issue with that line was that I had a move baiting in mind that I can't do considering it's in a gym. I will be bringing Torterra for sure, Raichu Alola, Ferrothorn, Pyroar, Breloom, and Orbeetle. Specifically, I will be using Torterra to take on the Mudsteel. With a Miracle Seed, Giga Drain is a guaranteed 2 AKO, Seed Bomb would be at 1 AKO on a crit. The one issue is, because it's the first turn, Mudsteel will click Stealth Rock on me, and I prefer it didn't. Sadly, there's nothing I can do about it, because even Executor here, with a Miracle Seed, won't outdamage, won't OHKO the Mudsteel, and therefore it won't actually Stealth Rock on me. Won't actually be able to deny Stealth Rock. So I kind of have to live with it. From there, the plan was that Corviknight would come in, but seeing how I'm at full HP, that is not quite the case. It would instead be Ferrothorn that comes in. Does that matter? Not particularly, I think. I think that doesn't quite matter. So I would go to Pyroar on the basically, if it's power, like it's either Power Whip, Iron Defense, or Leech Seed I get clicked on. That's that. It would still be Corviknight that comes in, actually. It's just that it has a chance to bulk up now, and I prefer it didn't. Because that can cause some trouble. Anyway, Raichu Alola will come in, click Fake Out, click Discharge, click Discharge. It needs a Citrus Berry to be safe. Generally speaking, without any crits, I won't be in trouble, but if there's like he clicks Bulk Up turn 1, I'd need to take... I need to say correctly... I'd only need to take 1 hit, so actually Bulk Up is a move I want to see. Because then Dual Wing Beat crit is not something I'm scared of. And if he doesn't, that means Dual Wing Beat can actually hurt me very much. 48 twice is a bit too much. For that to compensate, we'll be getting a Citrus Berry on it. And even... And in every scenario, Stealth Rock will not make much of a difference. Is that true? Not exactly, but close enough. And I have a way to... I have a pivot that can help then. Anyway, from there, with Raichu being pretty low, Ferrothorn will come in and see a kill with Power Whip. If I'm low enough, meaning 31 HP or lower, Body Press will see a kill as well. If that's the case, I need a tiny pivot to Torterra between going to Pyroar and switching out from Raichu. Pyroar Flamethrowers kills. Blastoise comes in. Breloom can take it, and can take the Skull, can take the Body Press. I'll give it a Raspberry as insurance, and then Seed Bomb into Break or Mach Punch KOs. Pretty cleanly, nothing to worry about. Finally, in comes the Claydol, who will click either Stored Power or Body Press. If I'm healthy enough, I can Break with Breloom and finish it off with Breloom itself. If I can't quite do that, I instead have the option of going to Orbeetle, who takes pitiful damage from Body Press or Stored Power, as well as Drill Run. Outspeeds, so Bug Buzz will 2-hit KO. And the difference from... There's no difference in the fact in whether or not I have the whether or not I have Stealth Rock set up on me. Orbeetle will not die to Body Press or Stored Power into Drill Run. Yeah, so I'm not worried about anything there, even with the small adjustment that I'd need to make. And then finally I have the Strength Room, and that one will come in due time. So yeah, I double-checked my plan, and even with without myself getting pre-damage on my team, I'm still able to win this one just fine with just 5 Pokemon. And the only Mon I'm kind of afraid of would be the Corviknight, for which I can bring Elisa as backup if need be, but I shouldn't need it. I will get Brassius. I will get Flannery. There's one other issue, that I do need to double check one thing, actually. Okay, good. I wanted to double check something, and the check works out, basically. I think of the Mons I have left, I said Elisa, I'll go with Nana, but in practice I don't need it. Right? I won't need to bring anything else. So let's go. I do need to give some items. I will need to use one of my valuable citrus berries for Surge. I will need to use the Miracle Seed on Torterra. I already gave it to it. I need to give a Rostberry to Brassius. I will need... I think that's it already. I don't really need anything else. I'll give an orange to Berg, but generally speaking, I shouldn't need it. Honestly, no, I don't need it, so I'm just not going to. I could maybe give it, Silver Powder? I don't think that matters, though. We still winning? So far, we are. But I don't know how that will change once we get to Norman. But before we get to Norman, we're first gonna go into the defense room, which is this room. And we're gonna be fighting this little lady. Seems like you're gonna beat my PB. I mean, you got up to Norman, you didn't beat Norman, right? I genuinely think I'm gonna fail against Norman so far. But I've not looked into that fight quite that well yet, so I'm not sure. Double check that I have the right lead, the right team. Yes, okay, I should be. Then we're gonna go ahead and fight here. Like 7 months left when I reach Norman. Yeah, well, I do have a little more than that. I'll give you that. The higher defense, the more reckless I can be in attack. Let's go ahead and fight her. Alexia. You're definitely a cool trainer, I guess. Ramos is our lead. Ramos here is going to Seed Bomb. On a crit, it's a kill. On a non-crit, that's your princess. Whatever. Anyway, Seed Bomb on a crit will kill. If not, whatever. That is unfortunate, but it's irrelevant. If he high horsepowers here, I'm very happy. If he doesn't, again, I don't really mind. Yeah, Stealth Rock, that was like very, very likely. Unfortunately, nothing we can do about it. Giga Drain here kills. Could click either, doesn't really matter. Oh, and now I get what you said. Yup. Yeah. Alexia is one of the princesses, you're right. I got it as soon as you said it. As soon as you sent that message, I mean. Okay. So, Corviknight here is gonna click one of Bulk Up or Dual Wing Beat. It's slightly more favored to click Dual Wing Beat. In any case, we're gonna switch to Surge. He's gonna take some Stealth Rock damage, and here is the Bulk Up. We're gonna Fake Out. This may look weird, because it's gonna do absolutely pitiful damage. But we need exactly 1 HP of damage to ensure Discharge is going to kill in 2 hits. Discharge is gonna kill in 2 hits now. And we take 2 Dual Wing Beats. We take 1 Dual Wing Beat in return. Or no, we're definitely gonna take 1 because it has a Lumberry. Preferably we low rolls it, so I just don't need to use my Citrus. That is outside of Citrus range. Oh, that is beautiful. That means I saved it. Good. And now Discharge number 2 KOs. I had a 99.6% chance there to KO with just 2 discharges. The Fake Out basically guarantees it. Ferrothorn comes in. Sees a slow kill with Power Whip and Power Whip only. Flannery can take 1 Power Whip. Even a crit, even through the Stealth Rock damage. And Flamethrower is a very, very, very clean 1-3 shot. Here we go. Flamethrower, and we delete the Durian. Well done, Flannery! And here comes the Blastoise, who will see a slow kill with Scald or Body Press. We hope to see Body Press. We don't really care, though. Because Brassius can take both. And the Stealth Rock don't do much to it. Body Press is preferred because that means I can save my Rossberry. My Seed Bomb. Oh no, anyway, you're just delaying your inevitable demise by 1 turn. Seed Bomb here kills. I am slower? Huh. That is something I did not consider. I should have considered it. It's not gonna matter, but I should have considered it. think I did actually consider it, but whatever. Now Mach Punch will kill. And finally, the Claydol. Who has Drill Run, Stored Power, Body Press, and Cosmic Power. Body Press on a crit is a chance to kill me, and as a result, I will need to switch. Burr can take both the Stored Power or Body Press that it can click, especially the Body Press. Perfect. And Orbital outspeeds, and 2-hit KOs with Bug Buzz. Even the +2 super critical hit Drill Run will not be even close to KOing me. So now, this is the second fight up to Norman done. Using weakness policy, attack and special attack rows. There's the Drill Run. See, that was a crit. Nothing to worry about, and Bug Buzz KOs it. It's fight number 2. And then finally, we're gonna go up to the Strength Room. Our defenses weren't enough. Should have gone to a different castle, I guess. Let's quickly heal up. I always enjoyed doing the tiny bit of speed up just to skip some animations. Okay, this final fight I don't need to do any adjustments for, because I didn't actually need to pre-damage there. For this fight, I'm gonna be needing... Let's grab everyone. Mamoswine. Torterra. I will be needing Mariana. I will be needing Viola. I will be needing Orbital, and I will be needing Grants. And let's grab items off of everyone. You, and you, and you as well, and not you. And we're gonna give everyone items. It's basically Oranberries for everyone, except for Torterra and for Mamoswine. Oranberry. Oranberry. And here we're gonna be needing a soft sand. Candace will be using that little bit of extra damage to Oko. And Torterra is gonna get a Lepa Berry. Bit of a rarer item, but one I think I can use well here. It's insurance, hopefully I don't even need it. So here we go. The Strength Room. First let me show off that team before I continue all the way up. Because that is this one. Cool Trainer Jody. Let's walk towards her. Actually, before anything else, where is she again? In the top left. So she's over here. Strength Room. There we go. Alright, that's Cool Trainer Jody. Jody has a lot of insane power. Rampardos, Life Orb, Sheer Force, Choice Band, Giga Impact, Slacking, Pure Power, Metajam, Iron Fist, All Punchy Moves, Conkeldurr, and Thick Glup, Rockhead, Marowak. That's a lot of power. Thankfully, we've got just the right tools to handle it. And double check that I have everything set up correctly. Yes, okay. Then here we go. Mamoswine is going to be our lead. And I want to actually triple check the calc on that because, you know, can never be too sure. Soft sand. Yes, okay. Why is it Marianne and not called Marnie, by the way? Because I didn't think of it. I forgot. I was looking at like pure gym leaders, and I forgot Marnie was one. So I named her Nana after Nanu, because I could not remember Marnie, basically. So that's on me. Anyway, this should be another fight ready to go. Gym leader is gonna. I don't know what you said. I don't really care. Let's go. Cool training, Jody. You're gonna go down. Rampardo's here with Rock Slide Crunch, Zen Headbutt, Fire Punch. We don't care. We outspeed. We KO with Stomping Tantrum. Next. And next, to be more specific, will be the Slacking, because it will see a fast kill with Giga Impact. There he is, the big boy. Grand can take 1 Giga Impact. 1 is enough for it to take. Perfect. And we take an Oran Berry to make sure that the next encounter is going to be a little bit more in our advantage. So, from here on, Slacking is basically truanting, Giga Impacting, alternating between turns. We're going to Rock Slide on the turns that he's truanting, or loafing around, and we're going to protect on turns that he's not. A very common strategy for Slackings. And thankfully we have a Protect Mon to do it. It's gonna take a while because Rock Slide does not do an awful lot against Slacking, but oh well. Protect. Giga Impact. Rock Slide. True on turn. That's most of it will be done. Protect. Rock Slide. And we're gonna protect once more. And he impacts once more. And we're gonna Rock Slide for the kill. There we go. Slacking fainted. At this HP amount, in should come. It doesn't even matter what HP amount. At this stage, Grant baits in the Medicham. And with it being at 59 HP, the only move Medicham can click is the one that it sees can kill, which is High Jump Kick. I'm gonna double check that I have that correct. I do indeed have that correct. So I'm going to protect on the High Jump Kick to already deal 50% of Medicham's HP to it. Go in and crashed. Good start. Now it's going to High Jump Kick again, and we're going to go to Viola. We'll need to take 1 High Jump Kick here and intimidate it once. That is fine. Then we're gonna go to Nana on the Zen Headbutt. I made a slight misplay here already because I went too fast, but whatever. I can fix it. I'm gonna fix this as follows. With it at -2 now, Medicham against my Nana will be clicking High Jump Kick once again because it still sees that it can kill. Or can take that one. And at -2, Berg is basically gonna guarantee Zen Headbutt. So we can go back to Nana. And that crit will not matter. Alright, now it's -3. And we're gonna go back to Berg once more. And as long as it's above 42 HP, which, unless he crits again, shouldn't happen. Perfect. We're gonna set up a Reflect here. Medicham is gonna try and Zen Headbutt me. If I get flinched, whatever. This is basically extra insurance to make the rest of the fight perfectly safe. Now we're gonna go to Ramos, who will take the Zen Headbutt. Perfect. And he's gonna also take the subsequent high jump kick and synthesis it all off. The Lepa Berry was there mostly in case the Reflect didn't go up, so I had like a little bit of extra leeway. And now we're gonna KO it with... We're gonna KO it? I want to have it above 130, but I don't need that quite right now. I think. I'm gonna try and stay above the HP threshold that I wanted to stay above at, which means I'm gonna Giga Drain here. If I crit, it dies. If I... Yeah, it lives, generally speaking, and from here, Giga Drain once more should KO. And hopefully I'm above the HP threshold of 130. Perfect. Okay, now the fight is safe. The Reflect wore off, that's fine, because in comes the Conkeldurr, who sees a slow kill with Ice Punch. For that, we have Candace to take it. And this baits close combat. Now, Viola can take that close combat with ease. And even through a crit, will not die at all. However, because it clicks close combat here, it's going to be at -1 special defense, and with that -1, Air Slash is exactly enough to KO. As a result, Conkeldurr will click Mach Punch here. Watch. There we go. And that is Conkeldurr down. And with me being above 50% HP, I now know what move is going to be clicked. Marowak comes in and is going to click either Double Edge, but most likely Retaliate. I'm going to double check if that's true. 71 HP, it's a 50-50 between those two actually. Ramos can take it. Ramos can take exactly a Double Edge and a Retaliate. I forgot that because I have a berry, the knockoff also killed there. That is fine though. Honestly, that's the best outcome. The one Lepa Berry losing the one Lepa Berry is not that relevant. We're gonna Giga Drain to make sure we're outside of Double Edge range. We should be already, but just in case. And there's the Double Edge. And one more Giga Drain, and we win this fight as well, and we made it through. Perfect. These were the 3 fights I had prepared, and now we have the big one against Norman, and I have not started on that one at all yet. But first, Jody defeated. Even though she went all out, she could not defeat me. See for yourself what Pokemon awaits you, the sign says. I'm gonna go through. Here we have the dad. And the dad is gonna be probably our final opponent for today, which is gonna be weird considering that's literally, I say that literally less than an hour into the stream. First, I'm gonna do a quick little healsy. There we go. And I'm just gonna stay over here for a little bit of variation in music. Norman time. What a nightmare of a team this one is. Let me show it off. And also show it off on the calculating page. It is a Porygon 2 with Eviolite and download. So a lot of power. An Azumarill with huge power. And a Citrus Berry. So a lot of power. A Diggersby with a huge power and a Focus Sash. So a lot of power. A Meloetta, who has a Relic Song to transform into its Pirouette form, so a lot of power. A Cinccino with a King's Rock, Skill Link, Tail Slap, Bullet Seed, Rock Blast, Triple Axle, so a lot of flinches. And finally, Mega Pidgeot, who is just insanely powerful in and of itself as well, with no Guard Hurricanes and Hyper Voice and all that jazz. I feel like my team cannot handle this with what I've seen so far. But maybe there is something to handle it, and I don't know yet. The main issue is that I don't quite have a good dark damage dealer. Let's go ahead and look at this one by one. First off, we have the Azumarill. Let's start with the Azumarill. I think that's generally considered the easiest one. And for me, that's not really any different. Torterra can just kind of 1v1 it. I might need Torterra for something else. I don't quite know yet. For example, the Diggersby. But that is a 1v1 I can handle. Probably. In the same vein, barring any crits, Breloom can 1v1 the Diggersby. Now, the Porygon 2, on the other hand, I don't quite see a way through. The closest I see is Dreadnought, but Dreadnought doesn't have the coverage for it. I also don't know if I have any moves that I could use to help me out. I know there's a Brick Break move tutor, but yeah. There's also maybe that's weird. So one thing I noticed, and one thing I've always kind of known but never really looked at, is that never mind. I was gonna say Master has Hidden Power Ice, which might help with the Diggersby, but in practice, no. Unironically, I see Avalugg maybe helping a lot with the Diggersby. Specifically Avalugg and not Avalugg Hisui, because Avalugg Hisui will be hurt by Earthquake. I can't really tell if the Rock type would be helpful or hurtful in this fight. But anyway. When did you get a Berkmite in... what's it called? Altering Cave. Altering Cave's encounter for me was a Berkmite. Which Berk might be the worst one I could have gotten there, but oh well. Yeah, boo me, I know. I see I got a Magneton there in my run. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. I would have loved to get a steel type over there, if I'm being honest. I think a steel type would go really well here. I would have loved the Riolu, I would have loved the Magnemite, the Timber would have been nice as well. Even Torkoal could have done some shit. Porygon itself, probably not. Though I would get a Porygon 2 myself, which could have maybe done something, but probably not. I don't know. But instead, I got Bergmite, which is probably the worst encounter there. I do still have my Rustboro encounter, which could give me, like, Meowth, Galar, or Togedemaru, as well as Mudbray. All three of which could be good. It's a good dupe for later, isn't it? That is true. It is a very good dupe for later. That is definitely true. I did already look, like, further for, like, the encounter table on that front, but yeah, it definitely does look like it would be a good encounter there. Oh, this needs to go by. It does help with, like, some, like, dupes, but it's, like, way down the line. I believe it's only, like, yeah, it's basically only a Shoal Cave, which is way later. Also C4 Cavern, again, way later. And I guess Victory Road, which is literally the last encounter. Trust in the run. Okay, I mean, sure. I think I can get past Norman if I can find the right line here. But that does not mean that the dupe is not for a lot later in the game. And by a lot later, I probably mean 200 hours from now, in terms of gameplay alone. I've seen, like, Smalland play through this on its own. He has, like, a timer, and he's, like, video-wise up to Hellroom, which is the Magma hideout. And he is up to, like, 260 hours, I want to say? 240, 260, something like that. And I don't know how high his timer was at Norman. I don't really care. I just know that I'm not, like... I think I'm approaching, like, 40 hours-ish. Maybe. Anyway, because I am getting sidetracked here. There's, like, there's a few encounters I could get here, but in general, I'm not going to. I don't see them being any useful. The only exception, maybe, is Rustboro. Because I could get Growlithe, I could get... which I could then trade. I think that is allowed. I don't know. I'll need to double check that. Meowth, Galar, Togedemaru, Mudbray, Rockruff, maybe. All of those would be pretty good. But a Standler would just kind of screw me over, and Fampy would kind of screw me over. Herdier would definitely screw me over. And Houndour would absolutely screw me over. Like, nah, I say that, but even Houndoom is not that bad for me. Because it might be good into Meloetta specifically. Maybe. If nothing else, to bait some shit. So, like, the only one I'm kind of considering, in terms of encounters, is Rustboro over here. But it means I give up my Fossil encounter, or my Growlithe trade. I'm not sure if I give up the Growlithe trade, though. I don't know what the rules on that are. But that's still like a 10% chance, so I'm not gonna look at that too much right now. You don't? So, if I were to get the Growlithe there, I'm free to trade it for the Hisuian Growlithe in Rustboro. Am I correct on that? Yeah, sure, okay. I mean, I don't know what the official for how far this is like official or whatever ruling on that is, but whatever. Let's start writing some shit down. On its own, what do we know that can actually work? Torterra 1v1s. Azu. And with Giga Drain recovery, I'm basically set to not die to, like, even play rough, Aqua Jet. In fact, because of the fact that C-Bomb will see a kill, he will only Aqua Jet, which means I can Giga Drain for free and basically have Torterra at full HP by the end of the fight. By the end of the 1v1 between Azumarill. I need to make this 18, of course, or 18, yeah. Torterra 1v1's Azu. With Miracle Seed, it always baits Aqua Jet. So it can be at 100%-ish HP after fighting Azu. So far, so good. On its own, what would that bait? Meloetta I outdamage. Probably Cinccino, right? Yeah, it would be Cinccino. Torterra at full-ish HP, baits Sink. That much I know. I also see that Torterra with the Miracle Seed 1v1s to Diggersby, basically. If I can come in on, like, Earthquake, preferably. Probably not Body Slam, considering the paralysis. So if I can come in on Earthquake, Tort can come in on EQ. Tort 1v1's Diggersby. So far, so good. So I actually have a little bit of a 2-for-1. I think, like, vibes-wise, I think Caracasa, thanks to having knockoff. Like, this is its actual moveset. Aqua Jet, Protect, Rock Slide, knockoff. I think it 1v1's P2. Provided I don't get, like, uber haxed. Which you basically can't avoid. Caracasa 1v1's P2, especially if no download. Which you can kind of force through switches, I wager. For example, I could use Struggle Bug Orbital as a lead. It doesn't. It makes sure that, thanks to the IVs, or like not even the IVs, just my special defense, that it gets an attack boost, meaning Tri-Attack or Ice Beam, are not gonna be boosted. I can Struggle Bug it once or twice, because Thunder Wave is most likely to be clicked. And therefore, I'm very cleanly 1v1ing with either Caracasta or Dreadnought. Both resist both Ice Beam and Tri-Attack. The only thing I need to be afraid of, basically, is, like, some bad RNG, right? Dreadkin as well. So those are kind of locked in, right? one issue is like recover, and I think the best way to combat that would be to use Caracosta, considering it has knockoff. You can knock off the Eviolite and therefore 1v1 it more easily because you deal more damage. So my preferred because knockoff. Caracosta preferred because knock. I say that Torterra, Miracle Seed Torterra, one v1's Diggersby if it comes in an EQ, but is that true? No, it's not. Actually. That is not true because of the fact that Foul Blade deals too much damage on me. Yeah. So I actually can't guarantee that. Q toward 1v1 Diggersby. Question mark. I'll add a question mark. Breloom doesn't quite 1v1 Diggersby because of crits. Mienshao doesn't 1v1 Diggersby, but it can, like, provide some fake-out support. Let's take a look at the Meloetta. If I am not at 100%, but I'm at like 50, 70, okay. That's what I wanted to know. Because if I can get talent, I say that, but yeah, Meloetta Pirouette is just kind of a nightmare. The closest to a thing that can handle it would maybe be Orbeetle with Reflect and Psyshock. But I don't think I can quite guarantee that. Especially considering it's probably paralyzed, so it's very volatile. And from that point forward, Meloetta looks like very much looks like it can 1v1 everything. Like if it's Pirouette form, Body Slam is kind of, he outspeeds Talonflame and Body Slam to 2 KO. And on a crit, it is barely not a kill, but yeah. Talonflame is the closest I have to a check to Meloetta, though. It's either that or Raichu being able to take the Relic Song and Psychic in return. But then I will die the turn after, so that's not quite an option. Some Intimidate Shuffling, maybe, could help. Masquerain in general can maybe support, use like Scary Face, get its speed lowered, then do like a pivot via Caracosta if it's healthy enough. Like, I can pivot back and forth a bit, maybe even then go to Talonflame while it is at -1. To pretty easily take the CC, and then I can, like, start roost spamming, basically. Or maybe Acrobatics, because I outspeed at that point. I don't, like, there's something there, maybe. But I'm already, like, using 3 slots for it. 2, because one of them is kind of one I already had. Let's look forward. The Cinccino. I just straight up don't have a good answer to. The closest to a maybe is Breloom or Avalugg. No, not even Avalugg, because Avalugg won't be able to do any damage back. I think the closest to useful for it might be Mightyena. I just really need a Steel type here, basically, and I don't have one. What was the item on... Oh, it's King's Rock, I remember now. Maybe Amoonguss can do something. Because Amoonguss's Effect Spore might actually help a little bit. In the same vein, maybe Talonflame can do something if it comes in on Triple Axle specifically. But that is risky. And I can probably more easily bait Bullet Seed, but Bullet Seed is not a contact move, no? It's only Tail Slap and Triple Axle that are. So I don't actually see a good 1v1 for the Cinccino. The closest would be Breloom Mach Punching twice. And that looks ugly. It's like 1 crit away from just dying. It's like I need to come in on like basically Rock Blast or Bullet Seed, have a Citrus Berry, and pray that I don't get even a single crit. That is way too fucking volatile. Because that's 8 moves I need to dodge, really. In the same vein, if I can get Mienshao in on specifically Rock Blast, I can maybe like fake out Vacuum Wave or something, I don't know. I would say Avalugg is an answer, but like King's Rock, so it isn't. Because I guess with Never Melt Ice, Avalugg's Avalanche does kind of one-shot Cinccino. It barely doesn't. It barely is a range. And even if it is a range, that's still like a very rough range. Let's look at a Pidgeot for now. I think the closest I have to a Pidgeot answer is Ampharos with Discharge. Being able to deal hefty damage, and if it paralyzes, it lives. And Ampharos is fine if I sack it, in my opinion. because a Hyper Voice crit will not kill it, but I would need have it, like, have to sack something to get it in. Granted, I think I can do that with maybe Breloom? And if I were to do that with Breloom specifically, which is, I guess, kind of possible. If it's after Meloetta, basically. Because if he gets the kill on Meloetta, which is possible with like a black belt and like having some pre-damage on it, it would bait in the Pidgeot and I can Mach Punch it to deal some damage and finish it off with Ampharos. Basically. Base Pidgeot, season out speed on my entire team, so including Breloom. Anyway, because then I Mach Punch the Breloom of the Pidgeot for some chip and finish it off with Ampharos. Or alternatively, use Ampharos first, but then I'd have to have something sacked to get it in for free. This fight in particular just kind of requires me to sack. Where did I leave my Twitch stream chat? I think did I remove it? I think I closed it. I did in fact close it. Okay, well, let's get it back. Okay, so let me write down that thing. Ampharos, after a sack, can after sack for some chip, 20+%. I can kind of make that a little less with like Wise Glasses. So it's like 15+%. KOs Pidgeot and lives one hit. Raichu Alola can do something similar but deals far less damage, so Ampharos is the better choice there. So I do kind of need to bring Ampharos. And even with no item, Breloom's chip would be enough, so I think Breloom would be the sack there. I think. But then it's the matter of the Cinccino, who I probably also need to do a sack for, but I don't see what that sack would be. And all this to say, like, I still don't have an answer for Meloetta or Porygon. Porygon maybe. Or Cinccino. But I think these 5 at least look locked down. with maybe the orbital being replaceable for something else. I don't really have the damage to take on the the P2 very well. I could see Masquerade being useful here, but it would die to a body slam crit. And I would still not have a proper way to handle Cinchino. I guess in that sense, Dreadnought is less missable compared to Caracosta, but Lola does nothing to it. I cannot break this P2, so the closest I have to doing that is like leading Orbital, struggle bugging twice, and like using Dreadnought from there, because he will be at like -2 with no download boost. Okay. Oh. Our Sunshine is still up. Because, yeah, then Tri-Attack does, like, pitiful damage. But so does Liquidation is the issue. Orbital, yeah, Orbital is probably my lead into Porygon 2, so Dreadnought can kind of handle it. That's the best I can think of. And once Orbital is paralyzed, it would still be at full HP, so it could still be useful later. But I don't know how yet. Dreadnought with Liquidation and probably like a Cherry Berry for stalling can hopefully kind of help. He would have taken 1632, so he's 101, meaning he's not gonna do that, but then 30 removes. 30 removed, he'd be at 71, and then Recover is slowly becoming more likely. I'd have come in on a Tri-Attack, so I'd have taken a tiny bit of chip. I genuinely have nothing here, I think. Like, as much as I would say, like, oh, I should use Dreadnought, because no crits, the ability to remove the Eviolite might help in making this fight a little faster. Maybe. If only I hadn't gotten rid of Razor Shell, I would use got rid of Rock Slide instead, I guess. I do have a Heart Skill as well. Would that do anything for me? Let's see, because it may be Mian Shao. No, nothing. Okay, Torterra already kinda doesn't. Caracosta maybe? I could get Whirlpool back, I guess, but there's also the opportunity to scale, of course. So I could, like, scale Dreadnought Special Defense, but I don't think that does an awful lot. Scaling its attack? No. Maybe Orbeetle has something that could make this workable? I had Infestation. I should have gotten Infestation over Bug Buzz, I guess. Breloom could get superpower. I don't know if that does much, but honestly, it kinda could. But it takes way too much damage to have that actually be a thing. If the Eviolite were to be gone, it would Oko. So it is an option. But I used a heart scale on a mon I'm about to sacrifice, so that feels a bit off. Raichu maybe? No. Mighty Yenna? I guess Mighty Yenna having access to, like, Super Fang and Yawn does maybe stand a chance of being useful. Because that's some pretty hefty chip it can do. But it does not like Tri-Attack, because a crit of it would kill me. Kingdra has Flip Turn as an option that won't do anything either. Talonflame maybe something? No, nothing. High Roar. I'd get Hyper Beam. Not that that will do anything, but I'd get Hyper Beam. And Masquerain has nothing. Avalok does get Body Press, no? It does, so that might be the way out then. It's either normal or Hisuian. Hisuian is probably the better choice. And if I were to get Body Press, it's good damage. It's not nearly as good as I thought it would be. It also gets Mirror Code, which is neat. Octillery doesn't get anything. Executor, maybe? It's not gonna do anything, is the thing. Closest to a useful move will be Dragon Tail, but, like, no. Mamoswine also gets superpower, no? No, but it does get knockoff. But it does not like the Tri-Attack here in the slightest. Dreadnought maybe something? Head Smash? It's closest to something maybe worthwhile. It's a lot of recoil I'd need to take, and it does not do enough, is the thing. It might do enough, I guess. Because after 2 struggle bugs, it'd be at 101. And then 2 head smashers would kill. I'd come in on a try attack. I just hope I don't get haxed. And head smash twice while he thunder waves, most likely. Which would do the trick. What would that bait in though? Digger's Bee, clicking Earthquake. Torterra would take the Earthquake, Giga Drain. Giga Drain and then Giga Drain again, but that does not do the trick. Maybe Breloom instead comes in on the EQ. No. It would have to be Torterra coming in, using Giga Drain twice for the KO. Baits in Cinccino. I could go back to Dreadnought on the triple axle. Baiting Bullet Seed, and then what? Like, what do I do against the Cinccino in particular? I just don't know. The closest to a maybe answer I have is Talonflame, but that feels finicky as fuck. The only other thing I could maybe see is Mienshao, but the problem is I guess that can come in on the Bullet Seed. I can then fake out Vacuum Wave. I'd basically have to sack both my fighting types, and even in doing that, I'd still not have anything for Meloetta. Closest to a maybe is then Orbital with the Reflect. I guess that kind of works, maybe, but go now. Good luck if you end up fighting Norman. Thank you. Have a good night. I think the likely answer is I won't, but who knows? Maybe I see something. I really don't want to, because right now I'm sacking basically Breloom and Mienshao. Basically, I'd get rid of all my fighting types. And also my fake out, and also my priority. I see the Mungus getting foul play. Could that do anything at all? Not really. And I can't really... I mean, I can take one triple axle, do some Giga Draining, I guess, but, like, if I get crit on the third triple axle, I just kinda die. There's, of course, a chance that it misses, but... Not to mention, all this, I'm not even considering the... What's it called? I'm not even considering... the chance of King's Rock proccing. I think these six look like the safest for me. Like, I lead Orbital, I skill Head Smash on Dreadnought, I would Struggle Bug 1-2 times. And the Porygon would not be able to do much to me. I'd have dealt 32 damage, meaning it's at 101. I'd switch to Dreadnought on the Tri-Attack, which deals pitiful damage. And means it's most likely once again to Thunder Wave me. I Head Smash twice and KO it, while never being KO'd in return. It would not have the download boost, and it would not see that it has to recover. I'm pretty sure. Recovery AI. If AI is slower, if it's like below 70%, below 50%. Yeah, so it doesn't see that it needs to recover. So that would, like, get me through the P2. But I still need to find a way through the Diggersby. Especially considering at that HP range, I'd probably be at... taking like -1 -2 Porygon 2 Tri-Attack and 2 Head Smash recoils. It's 40-ish%, 50, yeah, so I'd be below 50%. So maybe with like a Citrus Berry I can, but I can't Citrus Berry because I need Cherry, so it's Foul Play or Earthquake, basically guaranteed. I can switch to Breloom on one of those, baiting Body Slam, but that doesn't help me. Because if Torterra comes in on Foul Play, I'm just kind of screwed. Unless I give a Citrus Berry here instead. Because then I would be able to take 2 Foul Plays and the Earthquake. Especially with Giga Drain recovery. Because I come in an Earthquake or Foul Play, I take another Foul Play, I Giga Drain. That denies the first one, give or take a little bit. Yeah, no, that would not do. But Giga Drain into... If I give this Black Belt, because I can do that. suppose I'd switch it in on foul play then. And I can Mach Punch for the kill. That would bait in Meloetta, who would see a kill with Relic Song. I'd switch to Orbital, who's already paralyzed and thus doesn't mind the Relic Song much and resists most moves except Body Slam, but have taken a Relic Song, and only Relic Song in fairness. So that deals 40-ish%, so I'm dead to, like, if either of them crits. And a Psy Shock would hurt, but yeah. From there, a Mach Punch wouldn't even do the trick. Fake out Vacuum Wave, maybe? No, that's about the same damage. And I still need Mienshao for the Cinccino. Who would see a fast kill anyway, so I cannot even handle that. Also, Vacuum Wave is, of course, a special move, so I'd need the black belt there. Would that help me? If it's normal Meloetta, of course. No. Dreadnought 50% is not going to do anything else for me, right? No, so is there a way for me to... maybe 1v1 the P2 on its own? I had that superpower Breloom idea, but the problem is if I switch it in on Tri-Attack and it crits, I'm kind of screwed. Not kind of, I'm just screwed. Orbital cannot do enough damage to help out there at all. I guess that would bait Pidgeot very early, but I don't think I want that. Right, the second I get a kill with Breloom, and it's at full HP, anything like less than full HP, Cinccino, Norman. Yeah, anything less than full HP and Cinccino comes in instead. And I'd be in trouble. Not to mention at -1 attack, the Mach Punch won't be doing enough. What in the world? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna ask for help, because I don't see a way into this at all. maybe like some Intimidate shuffling I could do? Is there Intimidate shuffling I can do? That's honestly a very good question. Because if I can do Intimidate shuffling on multiple Mons, it might be worth looking into. Because I do have Dreadnought and or Torterra to do a lot of work. Intimidate shuffling would be masquerading, basically. And who would he do that for? Not for Azumarill. Azumarill I don't need it for. For Diggersby, it wouldn't affect everything all that much. For Meloetta, okay, yeah, it could be useful there. Because it comes in on CC pretty well. And can even, like, Scary Face for some support. Because if it's at -2, all of a sudden my team kind of outspeeds across the board. Well, a lot of them do, at least. Most notably, Breloom, once again. I would need to, like, dodge a para and or a crit, but because he'd also be at -1 defense, and with a black belt all of a sudden, because no, but I need a cherry if I want to get him in on the body slam. He's at -1. If I give him Wise Glasses, I'll get back to her on that in a little bit. Because Meloetta at -1. Then Masquerade does just kind of very likely kill. But I'd need to dodge a body slam crit. Basically. And I'd have to have him come in on a CC. If I can guarantee both of those, I am able to handle it. There's also Executor maybe, but like in practice, no. Masquerade just kind of does that better. In practice, this is just like, if I can get shit in at the right if I can get Breloom in on the right things, and keep it decently healthy, it can get a lot of KOs. The same kind of applies for Mienshao, but in a less extreme fashion. Especially considering it's a lot more frail. Which is weird considering Breloom is not, like, that strong itself. How many skills does it cost to change in nature again? Because if that's not something too expensive, 3 hard skills. I kind of figured, but I'll get a little bit of different music for now. Oh, that's... shouldn't be gone, though. Okay, I think I do see a way to maybe intimidate Shuffle a little bit. But Dreadnought... No, Dreadnought's HP is too low to do anything like that. And it's not like... because I would need the Head Smash to make Dreadnought 1v1 Porygon 2. There's the idea, like I had before, of like using Caracasa instead, but... do I have any TMs that could be useful here, actually? I have Rock Smash. I have Rock Smash! What am I doing? Attack, Electro Web, Nightshade, Magical Leaf, Hyper Voice, Rock Blast, Smart Strike, Cut, Rock Smash. Yeah, all of a sudden Grant looks like interesting, and also I think Dreadnought also gets it. It does not. It does not get Rock Smash. Unfortunate. I mean, kind of unfortunate. It doesn't really matter, because Caracasa can then kind of do it. And... Rock Smash, is it a 100% chance to do it? Yeah, it's a 100% chance to lower defense. So honestly, that could very well be how to handle it. I don't quite know what I get rid of on Caracasa, but... I mean, he's gonna be utility mostly, right? It's probably Aqua Jet then. Good as that move can be, I mean, I'd also consider Rock Slide, but it's like the only way for me to do like decent damage with it at this point. Let's see if I get Rock Smash on it. It's like 13, it's like 8. And I'd also have Knockoff. So I'd knock it off first. Then, like, Rock Smash. Rock Smash. Rock Smash. Rock Smash. It's probably a good idea, right? If nothing else, if I get like cheesed somehow. I also don't quite need the Cherry Berry on Caracasa, considering how slow it is anyway. So I can give her some recovery instead. Granted, I am kind of risking a bunch of crits, but whatever. I kinda have to anyway. Trying to see if there's anyone else, like, with Rock Smash that would actually help me a bit. Mean Shao could. Maybe. But Tri-Attack base just kind of KOs. So I'd be dead to one crit, and with Carcosa at least I have a bunch of chances to crit. I think I kind of have to do that. The other alternative is to do it with Breloom, but I'm way too weak to Ice Beam to actually consider that. So that is at least the Porygon 2 something like somewhat safely. I'm still risking a bunch of like Tri-Attack procs, but what can you do? At the very least, with the support that Carcosa provides, I should be able to switch to something else and KO it with that. For example, Breloom, or because if I get rid of that Eviolite, it does just kind of deal 72%, and if it's at -1 defense even, Break just kind of kills. So if Carcosa gets incapacitated, I can like do a little switch, make a little move to Breloom or something like that. Maybe Orbeetle, because the defense drop also helps it deal more damage. There's even a tiny argument to be had about using Carcosa off rip, to just kind of knock it off instantly, and then Rock Smash once. But that really makes me like risk crits left, right, and center. Granted, it is slightly more likely to Thunder Wave than Tri-Attack. But still. This is probably my best option, and I'll get rid of Aqua Jet to do it, which feels bad. But I don't think it's... Yeah, like, how much... It's gonna be generally, like, utility Carcosa, right? So I'll get rid of Rock Slide, I guess, if I do that, but... It feels like opportunity cost, but it's probably not nearly as big as I think it is. A Carcosa lead would also kind of hurt Orbeetle, though. Though if I switch that in on it, because if I switch that in on my crit Tri-Attack, I'm kind of dead. And I'd have used Rock Smash and knock off. Which deals like 16 and then 19. So 35-ish%. Yeah, then Orbeetle isn't doing enough in and of itself. So it's probably Orbeetle lead. Like, Orbeetle lead, Carcosa, finish it off with like a bunch of Rock Smashes back to back. I'd still give it a cherry to maybe, like, to have Thunder Wave be an option longer, because that actually kind of helps my longevity, probably. And like have a KO from there. That will still bring in Diggersby. I can freely switch to Masquerain. And at -1, it's most likely to Body Slam, but it's not guaranteed. I can switch back to Caracosta, hopefully. And then Intimidate it once more, which means guaranteed to Foul Play. Or I could switch Torterra in on the second Earthquake. Give us, like, and Giga Drain it twice. Except at that point, it's no longer guaranteed to be Earthquake, it's likely to be Foul Play as well. So that's not quite the outcome I would need. Switching Breloom on the Foul Play is also not quite the solution. Because Foul Play crit kills me, most likely. And then I break into Mach Punch, so I would kill it. And then Meloetta would come in and use a Relic Song. I could go to Orbeetle there. Psyshock it once. Maybe set up Reflect. This feels like it's held together by string, though. I'm also, like, not even factoring, like, HP amounts. Because Caracosta, I just assume he's, like, not that low, but he very well could be. And if I switch in the Masquerain on a Foul Play, I am kind of fucked. Because I would need Masquerain later for the Meloetta. Probably. And it's not like a Citrus is gonna keep me healthy on Caracosta, so... I guess Tri-Attack doesn't do a whole lot, but I would need to take quite a few of them. Are there any others that learn to move? My roster, basically. Let's see. I know Breloom does, Torterra could, but I don't think that'll help me. For Torterra, it won't help me. For Dreadnought, it doesn't learn it. I know Mamo does, but that won't help me much. Mightyena. Not really. High roar? Not particularly, considering the fact that, no, it does need to be Carracosta if I do that. Jesus. I need to quickly export my new Carracosta because it's getting annoying to constantly have to fix that. Also give it a rock smash just for the hell of it. Can I 1v1 Diggersby if Torterra comes in a -1 EQ? I said that before, but I can basically guarantee that that's not happening. If he comes in on Body Slam at -1, it can paralyze me and therefore no. Like maybe Mienshao. If Mienshao comes in on like... No, Mienshao can't come in on anything, so that's not an option either. Though... Oh wait, but no, that does kind of help. Wait, no, that may help. If I can get him in on a foul play specifically, I wouldn't be KO'd. I can fake out, and I can switch out on granted random move, but 2 Torterra, who with a Citrus Berry 1v1's the Diggersby through Seed Bomb and should be at like maybe 5% at worst, and that is kind of bad because at 5% Aqua Jet will see a kill. Is there a way for me to bait Azu first? Actually, no, there is. I just remembered. If I can get Carracosta low enough to be KO'd by Play Rough, I can switch in Torterra on the Play Rough, Giga Drain, and like from there it's Aqua Jetting, so I can Synthesis up and finish off with Giga Drain. And I can still have that Miracle Seed equipped to basically ensure that I do that. I'll probably give it a no, the Citrus won't do anything then, because at that point it won't work. Yeah, at that point it wouldn't work anymore. And it also means he goes for Aqua Jet instantly. That does give me an output, and then Cinccino would come in, and since I'm pretty high, it will always triple Axel. Mienshao can take one triple axle, fake out for some chip, vacuum wave for some more chip, and then Mach Punch from Breloom would kill. And since he's at full HP, that would bait in Pidgeot, which is too early. Is there an alternate route that I can do with the Cinccino? Because he will always triple axle me. So then something like Talonflame, I guess? To hope for a burn, but yeah, the problem is to hope for a burn. That's not really something I can, like, control, you know? I can give Talon a Citrus to kind of ensure that I don't die to two triple axle crits. Because it would bait Rock Blast or Tail Slap, never mind. It's Caracosta. Okay, Caracosta could maybe take it, but it'd bait Bullet Seed. Which brings me back to Masquerain, which would guarantee a Rock Blast, I guess. Or a triple axle in the worst case scenario. So even that is not an option. If I were to take exactly that 25 HP, so I'd be at 95, there's a small chance for the triple axle, and that is also not a solution. Not to mention, I think a crit would kill Caracosta, and I cannot afford to lose that. If I were to get the burn proc, which is like, what's the odds of that again? Plus 0.3 plus 0.3 times 0.7. That's about a 65% chance I'm banking on then. Which is pretty low odds, all things considered. But if I were to get that, I would be able to handle this fight. Because then all of a sudden, the Talonflame would not die to anything but Rock Blast. And thus I can bring in Breloom safely, or probably have to get rid of Masquerain at this point, but I'd get Breloom in safely on the Rock Blast. Or Torterra. Actually, maybe Torterra then. But if it's Tail Slap, I'm kind of screwed. That's not necessarily true. Because I could... It was like, wait, let me recalc what I said. It was like 0.7 times 0.7 times 0.3. It's 0.3 plus 0.3 times 0.7. So, okay, plus 1 minus 0.657 times 0.657. It'd basically be an 88% chance to burn. and those are odds I can work with. Because I can get Torterra. That would be a random move at a bait, but... Would it be a random move that it would bait? With Talonflame? And even in doing that, I'd still force out the Pidgeot, so that doesn't even help me. It might... If I get... No, but if I get low, that means I am dead to Azu. Wait, no, in this line, I would have baited out Azu. And that means instead, if I just need to be at like 50% to bait Diggersby, but I don't want to bait Diggersby. I mean, I want to bait Diggersby, but I want to bait Diggersby differently. The other big problem with the burn is that, like, yes, I do in fact get the burn, but I don't know if I can, like, leverage that into a good kill. The closest would be with Mienshao, I guess, which would still bait in Diggersby, clicking Earthquake or Body Slam. But it would click Earthquake or Body Slam, and I cannot have either of my grass types take that. I guess I could scale Mienshao's speed. That would mean it outspeeds the Diggersby and suddenly doesn't bait it anymore, and instead Meloetta would be baited. Clicking, actually most likely Zen Headbutt, giving me an extra turn. Meaning I could go to Orbital on the Zen Headbutt, take their Relic Song and Psyshock in return or Reflect. Well, this feels just kind of finicky as fuck. Okay. Alright, I think okay. What I am gonna do now, I guess I'll cut this stream a bit short. I was hoping to find a solution for Norman. Evidently, I don't think I can. So I need to call in some support. And I think it's best I do that off stream. If only to, you know, get a bit of extra help somewhere. So, yeah, bit of a short one. My apologies, but hopefully I can be back Friday evening, and I hope I have a line that can kind of get through this now then. So, yeah, for now, I wish you all good night. Until next time, see you around. Alright, well, bye. Okay. Hi there. Minuscule stream. I've been looking at the Norman fight, and I've come to the conclusion that I don't think I have enough. At least, not enough to make this safe. So, to combat that, I'm gonna cash in an encounter. Specifically, the Rustboro encounter. I'll bring Milo, because he's my sleeper. Actually, no, I'm gonna bring Nana for that. And with that, I'm ready to go. There is a reason to wait with the encounter over on Rustboro. Specifically, you can get a fossil, or you can at least delay to see what fossil you get. On top of that, you could get a Growlithe that you can trade over there. But both of those just don't seem enticing enough to me anymore to wait. So I'm doing a really quick, really small stream, literally just getting that encounter. And by that encounter, I mean the one... Did I forget to grab these? Huh. Apparently I forgot to grab these. Well, that's some more Pecha Berries and some more Lepa Berries, which I need to have. I did think I had like quite a low amount. Okay. We're gonna turn off the repellents. We're gonna put a Static Mon in the front, because we want... Where is my encounter table again? 1 second. Here it is. 1 second while I have it, whilst I set it up. Alright, where is it? Slateboard, no. Rustboro. Here we go. These are the encounters I can get over here. And I'm looking at only one. It's the one and only Togedemaru. I would also not mind Growlithe. I probably can make an argument for Mudbray and or Phanpy. Meowth Galar can probably be useful. Rockruff, no. Mudbray, no. Mudbray, maybe. Houndour, definitely not. And Herdier and Sandler would be atrocious. So hopefully it's one of the good ones. Here we go. Come on, show me the right one. And we get Growlithe. That is absolutely fine. That's probably the second best. Because that is a ticket to Hisuian Arcanine. I'm gonna quickly Thunder Wave it. What? Flame Wheels me, whatever. I'm gonna grab it. Just get in the ball. How much HP would Growlithe have at this level? Because I have Seismic Toss. 1 second, where do I have my... I have it here. Don't mind that one. So, what is the HP on a level 14 Growlithe? Level 14? 43, assuming. If he has 0 HP IVs, it's 39 HP. I want to triple check that. I am at 38. The Growlithe with 0 HP IVs will have 39 HP. So I am safe to Seismic Toss, but I don't want to. I don't believe myself, so I'm just gonna throw a Nest Ball instead because that should work here as well. I hope. Growlithe get. And of course, we need to give it a name. It's female. That gives me quite a low amount of options. Let's go take a look at what I can do. The fire type gym leaders, it's like... Look, I'd call this one Blaine if it was male, but it's not, so we're gonna go for Malva. Could also go Mela, I guess, but Malva's fine. Malva, welcome to the squad. Let's go take a look at what Malva looks like. Right over here. Actually, I can do that. But do I really care? I don't, right? Because I want a Hisuian one. I don't quite know where I get that, though, so let me quickly look that up. And in the meantime, I have that one done, so I can just kind of do this. Who would it be? Growlithe, Hisuian, Growlithe, Run and Gun. House near the gym. Okay, that's all I need to see. Gym's over there. Then I'm guessing it's this guy. Growlithe is okay. Do I have Growlithe too? I'm going to trade it with you. I'm going to trade Growlithe. Let's see. Is it, like, I want to make sure that there's not like a reason to do this differently. Where is it? It's over there, and then let's go ahead and take a look at the Pokemon details, if there's any reason to like pre-evolve Malva or whatever. Growlithe. Where are the Hisuian ones? Slowly popping up because this is a massive goddamn document, of course. One second, it's still loading. There it is. At the very bottom. Yeah, looking at it, there is no real reason to. So let's just give the trade. And here it comes Hisuian Growlithe. Hamilton. We'll take good care of Hamilton. Let's go take a look at what Hamilton does. First off, it has a rare bone, which is nice. It's a bashful nature. Obtaining the trade. Ah, so that is why it always works. And IV-wise... Why? Why does it have to have 0 attack? Why does it have to have 0 attack IVs? Please! I know it's scalable, but still. Well, I guess this is worth the scale. But I will trade this up, or train this up later. For now, thank you for popping in. Or not, because probably no one did. And until next time, see you around.